Hi guys, welcome to the Toxic Footy Chats. My name's Jordan. Today I'm joined with Fabs, Musa and Kani. There's been so many rumours going around, so many transfers coming in and out. Today I want to find out who you guys think are the winners and the losers of the transfer window.
My pick, I'm Kani by the way, and my pick for this transfer window is Chelsea, through and through. I don't know how we can not see that it was a Chelsea the winner. 6 players: Timo Werner, Havertz, who else was there? Hakim Ziyech.
Thiago Chilwell.
To finish the attack with policing. That's done. That's the best 4 in the league right now, like on paper to me. And then Chilwell, obviously they needed a left back, goalkeeper, they got their Mendy. And then to top it off, they got Silva on 3 after they got all their targets. Not what boys are doing, but yeah, Chelsea, those are the winners for me.
I'm going to go ahead and say Chelsea as well. I think they fixed all the areas that they needed to fix, especially that left back. I think Alonso Emerson does like a really, really bad combo there, so at least they got Chilwell there. They got Kai Havertz as well, Timo Werner, Hakim Ziyech. I think, Chelsea. I think you can also make a shout for Everton. I think they also
definitely.
Like someone, Decouré, James, I also might want to say Tottenham, their front 3.
That's a little.
Son, Bale, Kane, that's going to be a very dangerous front 3. Plus, they also sorted out their defense a little bit with Doherty. Those are like my 3 picks. I would say Arsenal, but I feel we're missing one side.
Facts. I also think Chelsea. I mean, I personally don't think they're going to do well this season, because to try integrate 6 new players into a squad, to try challenge already, I mean, they have unbelievable players. They're all young. I mean, they're some of the best young players currently. So in terms of to get all of them into the same squad now, I don't think they're going to do amazingly well this season. They could, but they've just been so smart. I mean, the forward position in Chelsea has always been a bit of a hit and miss. Yeah. I mean, Costa was insane, let's be real. But then Morata, Giroud's put in a shift here and there, but I mean, it hasn't been 20, 25.
Higuain was also terrible.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? So in terms of that, I think he's amazing. What he's done in Germany, I think he scored 60 plus goals in the last 3 seasons or something like that.
Absolutely.
He's been so good and he's so young. Havertz, one of the best youngsters at the moment. But just to integrate all of those guys so quickly with a manager that's not as experienced to do that, I think it could happen. In terms of like the next 3-4 seasons, I think Chelsea are probably going to be one of the best teams in the world in terms of their youngsters and stuff like that. It just depends on how they go about integrating them in and what formations and stuff they play.
I also just want to say about Chelsea, I don't think Silva was. Okay, he's a good stopgap, but I mean, he's 36, I think. Played in France, the Farmers League, in my opinion. Sorry, I think centre-back could be a real weak spot for Chelsea this season.
No, definitely, but it's more of him coming into, give that experience off to the younger guys, and it's a free transfer, 1 season.
Tomorrow you can play.
Definitely could have done better. They definitely could have gotten a better centre back.
No, 100%.
Plus, I think he's a much better option than Christensen. Christensen's really, really bad.
He's ridiculous.
I mean, what was he doing with Mane, bro? That makes no sense.
He didn't actually do that at all.
Don't get me started with those type of centre backs. Wow.
No, but see, my only thing with Silva is that the Prem is so fast.
And you got caught out against West Brom,
It's just an extremely fast league. That's just how it is. I mean, if you have a fast front 3, you're going to score goals. It's that I don't know why, but that's just how it is. And for him to try adapt to that at his age, yes, he has the quality to do so. But then you need someone like Tamori Zuma that has that pace to try cover him. You know what I'm trying to say? Because in terms of just plain old defending, amazing, reading the game, all that type of... Exactly, he's amazing. But teams will try expose getting around him. And I think that's the issue. Does he play on the right or the left?
No, I think either. First game he played on the left, second he played on the right. But we don't have any left foot centre back, so it doesn't really matter. But it's just for experience, I feel. But also, regardless of the signings, it was the
preseason as well.
Yeah.
In literally Chelsea finished fourth with 33 points away from the champions. How do we close this down?
Get the
players you need now. Werner now. Ziyech now.
They were also you guys were massively helped by the fact you didn't spend that.
They didn't spend
money.
Hazard money, 50 from Hazard, 60 for Morata.
And they didn't spend money. That's very well.
And the losers?
Cheering.
Panic bars.
Panic Buy FC.
What do you have to say about your team?
Man United. Let's hear what you guys have to say first.
You guys were just like the master of panic buys, eh? I don't know if you guys didn't even have a plan B for Sancho if that didn't work out. You know, we bought an injury-prone, I think 35-year-old, I don't know.
Hasn't played in like 6 months.
Hasn't played in something like 6 months. We bought Cavani. I will give you credit for Donny van de Beek.
No, he's a good player.
He looks like a really good
player. Price as well.
You didn't also address the areas which you guys
needed to address.
Issues. You know, left back, centre back, and winger. You only addressed one with Alex Telles. And every other position was just.
And I mean, he was cheap.
Just vibes, you know. It was just.
Well, it wasn't too expensive.
Yeah, it was cheap.
My whole issue with United, right, is that, Cavani, that was just a panic buy. I mean, they paid 10 million to the agent. No, he can, but...
I'll be very surprised if Cavani scores more than 10 goals this season.
No, but...
I'm saying that, yeah.
My whole thing is that I don't know why they bought him, is if they're trying to develop Martial. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So now, in the Prem, is Martial going to start? Is Cavani going to start? Is Cavani only going to be used for league games, for Champions League? Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I don't know how they're going to fit. Are they going to play two up front?
I think it was more just
not many teams play two up front.
Matter of depth
likes,
with United.
What's that? I think 4-2-3-1, right?
Yeah.
He likes playing 4-2-3-1.
And then also, Donny van der Beek, great signing. Personally, I think he's really good. He's solid.
Panic buy as well.
Panic buy, but...
No, I don't think so. I think they wanted him.
What?
It's a good signing.
You don't panic buy, you can't have a panic buy that early.
Yeah. Cavani definitely a panic buy.
Central midfield was like one of their least priorities because they had like ridiculous.
But what doesn't make sense to me, right, is that you guys paid 35 million for that youngster, right? You guys paid 40 odd million for Van der Beek, right? And you guys were offering 100 for Sancho. Why didn't you guys just leave the youngster for Jan,
They don't
right?
want to, bro.
And the extra 30 million.
I don't know. You could have actually afforded.
Yeah, but it's also
Not even relatively, he's hella
You could have actually afforded to wait.
Hey, but I've heard big things from that youngster though.
Traore.
Yeah, I've heard him mad.
First team football.
Yeah, he's played 30 minutes of first team football.
But like 35 million, I mean, you could have literally taken that 35 million, offered 135 million for Sancho, and you could have easily got
But
it.
they don't have money to buy
We could have
anyone
signed
else.
him and the other young boy that we signed for 9 million, which was the gap.
But do you want to try and say,
But also with the Sancho deal, it's not just 108 million done. There's the agent's fees and the whole transfer, and that's probably what put them off. And
plus wages? I mean, everyone takes
and-
United for clowns in terms of wages.
Paid like 500k a week for Sanchez.
Yeah,
I mean, back at the time, you couldn't fault him, but.
yeah.
I think that's the problem now.
I mean, isn't Phil Jones still earning more than Salah?
I think he's only like 4 mil a year.
yeah, he's on 100k a week, that boy.
100k a week.
I think, Ed Woodward's a disgrace, you guys.
They honestly they are a pest in the club. They genuinely a virus in the club. There's no
Ed Woodward or the
direction.
players who are
Ed
just
Woodward.
there?
No,
Woodward and
I
the
think your
fans.
whole club is a virus because because Ed Woodward, he gives the money to you guys. Don't have a director of football, right? You guys don't have
But
great.
Ed Woodward is supposed to be the director of football.
Yeah,
he
but
doesn't know
see,
anything about football.
Yeah.
exactly.
But they hide him.
Yeah, makes no sense.
It's not his fault that he was hired, but that's who they hired. You don't do that. And then when Ed Woodward and them Glazers and Matt Judge, if they all put together their brain cells, it's guys, it's been 7 years, we can't work this out. We truly cannot do it, let's get someone to do it for us.
Yeah, I mean the first thing that Klopp did was hire
Jurgen
Michael
Klopp demanded-
Michael
He
Edwards.
said, I'm not coming to Liverpool unless that whole transfer committee leaves and we get a director of football.
Yeah, and he's been unbelievable for us.
And he
My
definitely
goodness.
wouldn't have gone.
But see,
Jurgen Klopp wouldn't have gone to a club like Man United either. Pep Guardiola wouldn't come to our club. They weren't getting the players he
But
wants.
do you
Look at
think
the-
Pep would? I think Pep would get the players he wants, though. I don't think Ollie's getting the players because it's Ollie. Not that he's a bad manager. It's just he hasn't proven. And
Ollie's been managing for 10 plus years, dude.
no, but
but
see,
it's not
no, but
bad.
see, my thing with Ole, right, is that I think he won a few in the Austrian league or something like that,
No,
or the Norwegian
that's
league.
funny.
Then he got relegated with Cardiff, right? My whole thing is that a club like United, I mean, they're European pedigree, they've won multiple
biggest
titles.
team in the world.
No, exactly. So my whole thing is that when you have a manager who's still learning how to manage, that's not what a United manager should be. It should be someone that has won multiple titles, multiple European
Oh, so I
titles,
think,
knows exactly how he plays. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I
but
mean,
who is that? It's Pep. It's Jose.
Carlo.
And then there's only 3 of them out there. They've got
Bayern
their
Munich did it
teams.
with Carlo Ancelotti. How did he work out for him? Then he didn't work out for him. They got Niko Kovac, and they started playing better. And then Hansi Flick. I mean, come on, what has Hansi Flick done to this team?
Yeah, but
Who's
Ollie
Hansi
is
Flick?
part of the problem.
Hansi Flick, his
Okay, yeah,
biggest,
but you can see he has strats.
Hansi Flick's biggest job was being,
For Germany before, yeah.
and he's young.
Yeah, bro, but I mean,
Yeah, but he's
assistant
also-
manager for Germany and a manager of Cardiff.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, come on.
You
No,
give
well,
him the
look at
chance.
Lampard.
The point- the
Lampard
point, yeah.
managed
Lampard's
Derby for one
managed for it, yeah.
season, and then he came into Chelsea and he's done okay.
He's done 2 years.
Yeah, but personally, I don't think Lampard is good enough currently
No, but
for Chelsea. For Chelsea.
yeah.
Like I understand
He was-
understand giving that opportunities to young managers and stuff like that.
Which is how.
But I mean, in terms of managing, and in terms of like, if you're playing in the Champions League final, experience always shows. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And in terms of winning you a title, winning you...
Yeah, but Ollie has all that experience, just not as a manager.
No, but exactly. He doesn't have it as a manager, and that's what I'm saying.
But
I
he
mean,
had all that
how
experience.
many finals did Jerks lose last season?
Well, 3 semis.
Lost all their semi-finals.
Oh, semi-finals. But that's where the experience comes in.
That's
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
his first year, and that was the youngest team in Europe. That was literally on paper, average age.
Yeah, but also
in
on
minutes.
paper, that team
In
should have been
minutes.
winning the Europa League.
No. Can I show you that team on paper? Please, can I show you that team on paper?
At least the final. You guys should
Can I show you that team that played the most minutes for Man United?
No,
It's
listen, we get you.
DeAndre and Andreas Pereira. Who played the most minutes in attack with Marcus Rashford up front. Martial didn't even play.
Okay, yeah, because you guys were aiming for top 4. Rather have top 4 than trying to win the Europa.
No, definitely, but I'm saying, in terms of with Ole and his young team and him being inexperienced, losing 3 semi-finals in his first year,
That's
you
okay.
can look at it as in that's so terrible, what get rid of him. But like you're saying, he's inexperienced, his team is young, and he got into 3 semi-finals, and that's the factor.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, 10
Ollie's
years,
really
eh?
not inexperienced.
He
He's been a
is
manager
inexperienced.
for 10 plus years. He managed
There's
Cardiff,
okay, but
and
there's
he also managed
degrees,
Man
there's
United
levels to
reserves.
this sport.
Yeah, but that's what we're trying to say. There's
100%
levels. You can't get a
levels.
manager like Ollie who's
He
managed
couldn't
Norwegian
even
clubs.
win
And,
the Norwegian league with the best team prior before he got there. I think it's Mold, and they used to always win the Norwegian league. He managed them, and they never won. They only won the league after Ollie left. Ollie is not inexperienced. He's been a manager
Pep
for
Guardiola
10
went to
years.
Bayern Munich the year after they won the treble. He left, and they won the treble. He didn't win the Champions
okay,
League.
but
But dude, that's years.
Yeah, bro, because Pep can only do it with Messi, bro. Let's be real.
Left
he said it
Bayern,
himself.
I think, 2016 or 2017.
Who? Pep. He left in 2016.
That's why I wanted to bring Messi
They
to
only
City.
won the Champions League 4 seasons later, dude. That's like what? You can't say like there's I guess a causal relationship between that.
Now, but see, Pep's a checkbook manager. I'm sorry to any City fans out there, but he only can do well with money. That's it. I mean, besides Barcelona, which is arguably the greatest team we'll probably ever see. I mean, anyone will ever see. I mean, that was just disgusting, right?
How do you coach a team like that? Wow.
And I mean, he spent, I think it's almost $1 billion at City now, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, he has spent so much money. How do you lose to Tottenham, to Lyon in the semi-finals?
That's where it comes with Pep.
or quarters.
Pep
Everything's way too much.
But see, I mean, he has the quality.
Yeah.
City were the favourites going into last season. They were the favourites even when we won it. They were the favourites. How do you not win that?
No,
when you spend so much money.
Look, he completely changes his game and it doesn't work.
Literally, it's been pointed out in the games. You have De Bruyne playing centre attacking mid the whole season.
De Bruyne's
and then you're playing Lyon in a neutral ground, and you're Man City now. You're the best team in the world, and you put him
back.
Yeah, makes
there was
sense.
instead of him going and saying we are going to be Man City and we're going to play, which is something probably someone like Ole would do if they were in that situation with those good players. They wouldn't overthink. Which is even Fergie came up under criticism from Rooney for that against Barca. Yeah, not for overthinking, for sticking to his game. It's we're gonna go and we're gonna play.
I read about that. Yeah.
Pep Guardiola is starting to do this Jose Mourinho thing, where he's now playing against someone.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. Instead of putting his team out to go play like Pep Guardiola's teams.
And I think that's also like a very big problem in terms of like managers nowadays, is that they try have a different game plan for each different team that they're playing. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I mean, like Liverpool, if we set up our team, we know exactly how we play. We always press, we always attack down the wings. Everyone knows how we play, but we know if we play you, we'll just beat you by how we play, even if you know how we play.
But you do see Liverpool during the game, they
change, yes, slightly, but that's slight changes. Do you know what I'm trying to say? If it doesn't, have you ever seen Liverpool play 3 at the back?
No.
See, we don't change our formation. Yes, instead of going out wide to Trent and Robbo, right? We'll Van Dijk will hit those long balls to Salah, or we'll pass it to Fabinho. Fabinho will turn around and link up. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's tiny little tactics, but we don't change our entire thing, and that's why we've been so good the last few years. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And when City, when they just put their team down and they just outplayed every team, that's why they won back-to-back Preds.
You can't get near them.
But exactly, and last season. Yes, they had injuries. I'm not going to Laporte, Sané. That's huge. But you could see he's trying too many different things to try find something that's the next big thing.
And then he moves
Fernandinho back.
This is the guy who's been the guy in that position for the Premier League in the past 2 years where they won it.
Yeah, but what was he supposed to do?
What can you do though, bro?
Why change it? Why?
No, it was Laporte was out.
Otamendi was on the bench.
Yeah, but I'd rather.
Otamendi is as bad as Mustafi. I'm sorry.
Okay, Otamendi is terrible, but do you know what I'm trying to say? You take Fernandinho out, which is literally your rock in that midfield. He knows exactly how City play. He basically won them back-to-back Prems with De Bruyne and obviously the rest of the unreal looks. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But what I'm saying is that he brought him back. Then he put Rodri there, which was his first season last season.
Yeah, which is always going to be rocky.
First season as CDM. It's always going to be hard.
No, but he also played centre-back for most of the season, Rodri. Because there was a stage where they didn't have any centre-backs and it was Fernandinho and Rodri.
Why I actually want to also say City can also be seen as like the losers of transfer window, this one. Recently, I would say that. I did previously mention that they didn't replace Sané, I feel, well enough. And then instead of buying somebody like Koulibaly
to go play with Laporte,
or someone.
Yeah, but Diaz could be a sign.
Diaz could.
Diaz, and Ake. Who came from one of the worst defenses last season.
And he's short. What is he meant to solve in that situation?
But see,
they didn't replace Benjamin Mendy as well.
was it?
Yeah, no, that's the biggest mistake there.
Is it City's team or is it Arsenal's team that all their centre backs are all left-footed?
I don't know. It's probably Arsenal because that's.
I think it is Arsenal.
Something that would happen in Arsenal.
I think it is Arsenal.
And Ruben Diaz?
I think he's right-footed.
Yeah, he's right.
Okay, no, I think it is Arsenal. All their centre backs are left-footed. So you need a left-footed, centre back and a right-footed centre back, and I think that's also going to be a big issue in terms when you guys play, in terms of playing out the back, because that's how Arteta likes to play.
I think that's why we play like a back three.
Yeah.
Like our defense, while our centre backs are so bad. Which other team in English football has like 7 centre backs and none of them are competent.
None of them are.
Like, no,
Not even slightly.
You know there's something wrong at your club when your best centre back is David Luiz. That's when you know this.
Yeah,
Like,
that's your.
He's only looking like Maldini now because we have a back three. But
No,
if
but
we
I
go to a
was
back four,
about to mention Arsenal would be very, very effective with that man in the middle of the back three. Gabriel next to him, and then another.
Because his range of passing is unreal.
When he plays in the back three, he's one of the best in the world.
Him as a CDM would actually be unreal.
He's played there.
Hey?
Played this for Chelsea.
He played there.
but yeah, no, it's really bad. I was really hoping this season we'd see more of Saliba, but I don't think we will.
What is the story there? He's not even in
I
Europa
think
League
he's
squad.
just like Arteta wants him to transition, like because it's a big jump from
French.
Yeah, he's still 19.
and he's still 19. You don't want to like damage.
Oh,
his
Gabriel
confidence.
came in and started first game.
Gabriel is but Gabriel's
It's
like
too
20.
nice, yeah.
I think he's like
And
26
Gabriel's
or
too
something,
nice.
And Gabriel is. I don't want to speak
No,
too
he's
soon
young.
about him.
He's like 23, 24, yeah, around there.
But I don't want to like speak too soon about him because like
Could go
Mustafi
bad, yeah.
started the same way. Mustafi was so brilliant.
Yeah,
he
Mustafi was
was.
playing in the World Cup.
Yeah, the World Cup,
He
yeah.
was so brilliant, then he got exposed. Plus, we're also playing in a back three, and a back three will cover a lot of like
No, see,
bad
but
defenders.
but-
just because they're comfortable playing
but
in
teams, managers always play back threes when they're not confident
Yeah,
in their
of course,
defense.
You know? And I
Do you know
think
what I'm trying to
Arteta
say?
long term wants to play a back four.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure we'll see more of Saliba like next season. Because I think long term we want Gabriel and Saliba in central defense. And I think we probably have David Luiz who's there to mentor.
Has to.
You know, because I don't think he's like the best defender, but he's a really good person for the dressing room.
Yeah.
You know.
I think he would clown.
Let's look at everyone's.
Sorry, just like lastly as well. I just want to say I think Sheffield as well have also had like a very bad transfer.
They got in decent players. It's just not working for
They
them.
paid something like 24 million for
Yeah.
Ryan Brewster. And
That's dumb.
he's like a championship, okay.
He has never played
So he's
a
not
Premier
like
League game for
Premier
Liverpool.
League quality in my eyes. Currently, Ryan Brewster. Currently, I don't think he's Premier League quality. They paid 24 million for him. Last season, they had Dean Henderson in goal.
Yeah, he's there now.
Brilliant.
And then they replaced him with Aaron Ramsdale from Bournemouth. who
Who was relegated.
He's terrible.
Yeah, and
He's shocking.
I really think Sheffield are in for
another
Relegation.
relegation. Actually, they are big losers.
So, who do you
Yeah,
guys? Who's your favourite signings of the window?
James Rodriguez. The Premier League has been waiting for this guy to come and play.
And they got him on a free, eh?
Yeah,
mean, wow.
Supposedly. No, supposedly they actually got him on a free.
Wow.
Well, it's
Mad, eh?
44 million for all three of the sentiments.
That's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Those are my favorite signings. I would say it straight. That
All three of
midfield
them.
three, yeah, done. Alan, Ducouré, James. You can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong after that.
I'm going to be like biased here, but I'm going to say Thomas Partey. Man.
Thomas Partey.
That was such a good signing. And I think it's like a bargain at 50 million for one of the best like back box to box midfield.
Big bargain. I don't know how these close were still on that at his age. At his
I
age.
think even Thiago.
Yeah.
Thiago Alcantara, yeah, 100%. 20 rising to 25. I mean, 20 rising to 25 plus Micah Edwards literally put in that he's only paying a quarter of it this year and 5 million each year, I think. And for
You
Jota,
guys are paying in installments, right? Why
installments.
does nobody laugh at Chelsea when they pay the installments, but when Arsenal decide to pay?
Because you bought a whole Nicola Pepe at 19 for that.
Yeah.
Paying 19 million a year, that doesn't make sense. That business makes a lot of sense.
5 million in COVID, bro.
Yeah, in COVID.
5 million.
Post-COVID as well.
5 million every single, every season. Plus Jota's 8 million every single season.
And Bayern are desperate to get rid of this guy.
And it's also one of the best midfielders in the world.
Yeah, I mean for 20 million and you only have to pay 5 this season. I mean that's unbelievable business. If
Someone
I'm-
who that club, Leo, was desperate to keep. That's why you had to cough out so much money.
Yeah.
But
But now that's the world now. That's how you guys started it for everyone.
No, you guys started it for everyone.
I think
Maguire's transfer.
Neymar's transfer.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
like,
I did.
really like 90% of transfers actually work.
I mean what's the
people just made
name?
a
Barca.
They do.
People
actually,
made a
yeah.
meme out of it because it was Arsenal, who while it was public, they paying installments. But in general,
Barca paid installments for Casino.
Yeah, but I think Barcelona.
And I mean
You're still paying for
I think we-
even now.
I think we only,
No,
what's
I
her name,
think
got
Pogba was
finished getting paid now
Pogba was cheap.
from Barca.
89 million. Pa, there you go. Check.
But I think another player is Kai Havertz. I'm
Really?
really,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
really
good.
excited to see
Yeah.
Kai Havertz play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Because he also hasn't been playing in position though.
The last two he played in position.
Actually, Hakim Ziyech.
Yeah, big.
That
I've never
is
really
really
been
no.
like, okay, he's good.
Yeah.
What I watched
Nah,
him last
he
year
has
in
a-
Africa
he's a
Cup of
baller.
Nations and it
Okay,
wasn't
yeah,
much
there
he
was
was
getting-
off.
Okay, yeah,
getting
but
waxed.
Champions League when they made the semi-finals,
He was
bruh.
getting waxed.
No, I mean, he's
He
good.
was
But I don't
unbelievable.
think he's worth the hype. Well, having watched him closely, you know, okay, I'm not gonna say I watch Dutch football because I don't.
Yeah.
But he's already 28, let's be real. I mean,
but
I
25 million.
I thought the Oak was like 20-something, bro, 22, 23.
In the Africa Cup of Nations last season, I didn't get what was the hype around.
Let me
Fine,
tell you-
fine, I do
Let
get
me tell
fines,
you,
Africa
that is
Cup.
who Chelsea is missing. Not Pulisic yet. Not.
I think Pulisic is gonna be
They
the
are
most valuable
missing
player.
Oh.
Ziyech is the most valuable. Trust me. Ziyech is gonna unlock all of those attackers.
And if you actually think about it, I mean, Pulisic, Ziyech was such a great transfer when Willian left. I mean, it's literally like the perfect. You're literally getting someone similar style.
Way better.
Wait, no way.
Okay, no,
You're
but
getting someone so much
so
better.
dirty with your transfers. I hate them so much. Okay, don't get me wrong. Willian is, I mean, I wish every time he plays.
He's better than
I
Pepe.
wish
the
he played-
first season, bro, I thought this Oak was gonna have a madness. First game.
What really frustrates me about Willian is that if the
He
team is
really
bad,
isn't,
he's
yeah.
going to be the worst player or one of the worst players on the pitch. if
That's
the team is
that's
bad.
his frustration.
And I
isn't it?
hate Willian so much.
But he works hard.
He works
Very
hard,
good
but like,
reference.
dude, Dan James works hard.
Yeah, and he's so
Yeah.
What's
bad.
that?
Oh,
He's really
so
bad.
bad. Wow.
And I hate whoever does dealings with Chelsea and Arsenal because you guys literally.
Well,
do
you
this
get all
to give
our
us
ex-players for free.
You know, you gave us David Luiz. You gave us Peter Cech, who was so fucking frustrating. I hate Peter Cech with a passion.
He's trying to make, but also.
And like, I mean, fine.
That's Emery's
I
fault.
get,
That's
okay,
Emery's
yes.
fault.
It is Emery's fault because
You
Cech
can't make
is
a
not
53-year-old
who
goalkeeper
can play with
to now,
his
yeah.
feet, yeah, that is fine. But like, I mean, like just in general, he was
Chelsea
a
have
very
done you
bad transfer.
dirty.
And then even in the Europa League final, he was bad. And I don't know why Emery decided to play him instead of Bernd Leno,
No, because he's one of the best keepers to ever live, you know.
but that was
Emery
really
was a
bad.
character.
Yeah.
Love that man.
But as Willian, oh,
So your favorite signing party?
it's gonna be Partey and Havertz.
Yeah.
Thiago, I think when he starts going, but I think he's going to be unbelievable.
My favorite has to be Havertz. I mean, can't not. But I think Thiago was the best signing. Just because
Yeah,
it's
it's Thiago.
the only person who can make Liverpool that much better.
If
You know?
United really wanted, because you said you guys needed centre backs, I don't know why he pays 30 something for Donny van de Beek, but not 20 something for Thiago Alcantara.
I know.
I
I think Thiago
I
wanted
th-
Liverpool.
I think he was pushing for Liverpool, eh? I think he was pushing for
But you can
Liverpool.
always get a player to turn it.
No, 100%.
Especially
Money
United.
talks,
Yeah.
you paying online, no discussion, dude.
You know?
Yeah.
Plus, it's United, it's the second biggest club.
And we were going to ask him to be played in a midfield with Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes. I mean,
Yeah, that
how
would
was he
be
not
mad,
going to
yeah.
do that? I mean, that's a ridiculous trio if you try and do that.
But I mean, then there's no defensive midfielder, you know.
He is, yeah, he plays the 6.
Yeah.
Does he? Can he?
He
Can do a job.
yeah,
That's why he plays.
he literally plays anywhere in the
Yeah,
midfield.
because he's now an anchor. That's where he's developed his game to.
But
It's more the Pirlo now.
personally, I think he's actually I think Klopp's going to make him as an 8,
Yeah,
right?
who's
Because
gonna bench?
Fabinho's there.
Fabinho Henderson will play in the 6.
Yeah.
And then
Van Alden gone.
no, Van Alden will always. I
Be
mean,
seeing game time. Keita-
we literally have so many options in the midfield for the first time ever. I'm so excited.
No, I'd also be
one talks
excited.
about Naby Keita. But
If
it's fine.
Naby Keita
He's
played for
young.
United or Arsenal,
Oh wow.
do you know how much press would be on, like how much of a flop they are?
No, see, he doesn't score an assist, but
Like Kovacic.
in terms of his ball recoveries, his
Okay,
ball recoveries,
way
interceptions,
better.
tackles, progressive runs, dribbles. If you actually just look at his stats, he's top 5 in the league.
Kovacic, I don't care how many he has. Kovacic is way better than him in all those departments, but recovering the ball.
Okay, yeah, bro, but he's also like 4 years older. I mean, he has so much time to progress.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
He's still
Do you know what I'm trying to say? And I mean,
But
I'm
he's
sure.
not going to progress if he's on your bench the whole time.
No. But we see. I mean, even last year when we were playing Barcelona, first leg. Before that, I think there was like 5 to 8 games that he was unreal. He was so good. Then he got injured. When he first came to us, he was injured. Then he got injured again there, right? Now he's slowly getting back into that form from.
About Eric Bailly. First season.
I mean, Daniel Sturridge. I mean, that could have been one of the greatest Premier League strikers of all time.
Still was
But-
to an extent, you know.
But injuries ruined that Oak's career. I mean, even Oxlade.
Oh.
Baller, but injury prone.
Chamber was really not that good. I'm sorry.
Not now.
You guys said the same about Gnabry, yeah?
40 million for Oxlade Chamberlain.
You said the same about Gnabry,
No. Gnabry was always good.
but he never
just wanted to
played.
leave because he was tapped up by Bayern. And what can you do in that situation?
No, he
Every
wasn't
German
tapped up
player
by
wants to
Bayern.
play for Bayern.
He was tapped
Bayern
up
taps
by
him.
Werner Bremen.
Yeah, he
Then
went to
Bayern
Werner
got him.
Bremen.
You guys sold him for
but
8
it was
million.
kind of like,
Stepping
it
stone.
was like a
100% Bayern own most of the clubs in Bundesliga,
I think he
and
went to Werder Bremen for some
For a loan or something.
business, whatever.
yeah,
I don't think he was always going to stay there.
I'm sure Bayern gave the money to Werder Bremen. They bought him, and then they just bought him.
And if that's the case, there's not much you can do.
Especially when you're German. I mean,
It's like your dream to play
yeah.
for Bayern Munich. So there's nothing you can do. I always rated him, and I think Wenger always rated him as well, because he used to actually play very often in the, I think, 13-14 season. He actually played
He did.
quite often.
With Ozil
And
and
yeah,
Giroud.
and he was actually really good. And then I think he got injured, and then
Sanchez came in.
Tony
Sanchez came
Pulis
in, and then Tony Pulis is.
didn't even make the West
What
Broms.
can you do about Tony Pulis?
Tony Peters, wow. I
You know,
love him.
Tony Pulis is a joke.
Give him a checkbook though. See, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, please join us next time.